So we're back, and that area that I was marking up to the downside just got touched, but I'm out of the trade. I'm still holding it. Didn't like the price action approach in this area, but it's like price wants to do what it wants to do. Stepping away from the charts rather than dealing with my emotions like a man, facing it, and learning how to control it. It's not reduced risk, that's another thing. I didn't enter this trade with reduced risk. I entered with the normal risk that I'm using, 0.15, and yeah, it's about 1 to 1 or 1 to 1.5. Yeah, you could say that. Let me say 1 to 1.6, 1.7. Welcome back to another video. It's currently Tuesday, the 18th of June, and we're in a trade. Didn't get a chance to open the charts before analyzing, but the trade is based off the 5-minute and liquidity being swept in the 15. So when we drop down today, I have a second entry up here, so if price comes back up here, that would be nice. And I have a reduced risk position that got tapped when we go down to the 1 minute. Found a good entry there, so let me just mark up the parameters of that trade. So that would be the full risk. It's not that much, it's just that we only 1 minute, so it can look like enough. But when we go to the 15, this would be the full parameters of that trade. 63 for 133. That's so 1 to 2 usual parameters. Would really like it if price could tag in the second trade, because it's a larger position, but the risk is still managed. So stop loss still right above here. If I'm taking out, it's still within the parameters of the trade or my trading plan, but at the same time, let's see how it goes. I just wanted to give you guys that update and let you know that we're in a trade, and this is the parameters of that trade. Yeah, coming on to the 5 minute, I was still aiming for the same thing, or maybe, now that I think about it, right, 19,882. Alright, once we get to this level, I can see how price reacts. Let me just mark it up one time. So once we get to the level, I'll see how price reacts, and then I'll know whether I want to bring stop loss to break even, close the trade, or hold it for the second target, which is all the way to the bottom at 19,800. Alright, you can come back in and check in with you guys in a couple minutes. Let this trade do it gotta do. So we're back, and that area that I was marking up to the downside just got touched, but I'm out of the trade. I'm still holding it. I still think this price is gonna drop, but I just don't think it's gonna drop now. I think it's possible that we have a retracement close to my entry, so I can have another entry into this trade. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to hold it until we reached till to this area. Closed it for a little bit on the break even, over break even, sorry. So it's still positive. Didn't like the price action approach in this area, but it's like price wants to do what it wants to do. Right, so price is still pushing, still doing whatever the heck it gotta do. I think we're reacting off of this area, not too sure, but still gonna wait until I see like a real good opportunity. That's either up here and where this first alert is still set. So if price comes back to this level, yeah, I re-enter in. If not, it just goes straight to TP without me being in for the full trade, but that's cool. Alright, and we're back. 1:25 in the afternoon. Went to town. I tell y'all I had to go to town today. I don't know. I feel like I update y'all before I left hand, so don't be disrespectful. And y'all don't feel like I'm cheating, stepping away from the charts rather than dealing with my emotions like a man, facing it, and learning how to control it. Anyways, so this trade happened, which was the sell, and I started seeing signs of a possible reversal, so I got in. And remember I told you that I come out of this trade long, so I told everyone in the group, bring your stop loss to break even, but I did not send this trade, the second buys trade that I'm in, I did not send it out. Why didn't I send it out? To be honest, I was in a rush to leave the house. 2, I didn't have that much confidence going against my bias that I do my own analysis and everything, and I come up with this bearish outlook towards the market. And then at last minute, I saw an opportunity to go long, and then I sent it out based on that. I would have liked to, do a little bit more analysis before sending out the trade to the community. Nevertheless, I caught this one, and I'm in it. This is how it's going. These are the parameters of the trade. Stop loss below here, and take profit right at the start of this fair value gap. It's possible that price shoots beyond that fair value gap. One, we overall bullish, as in like the long-term trend, even though short-term we were bearish. I don't know if this is enough. Like of a move to the downside for us to keep pushing higher, because one, above this fair value gap that I'm aiming for is a relatively equal high. So straight over there, and it's possible price comes up there, clears that, then start pushing to the downside, but there is no guarantee. It's not reduced risk. That's another thing. I didn't enter this trade with reduced risk. I entered it with the normal risk that I'm using, 0.15, and yeah, it's about 1 to 1 or 1 to 1.5. Yeah, you could say that. Let me say 1 to 1.6, 1.7. This is almost a 1 to 2. It's basically a 1 to 2, but whatever. We're in. Like always, I'm going to come back in and update you guys. Not gonna let you sit through the entire up and down jiggery that price is up on, but I am going to hold it until we get to take profit or stop loss or areas of interest. Honestly, this whole time bringing stop loss to break even and really crossed my mind. I prefer to just leave it. I'm noticing that stop loss to break even, I'm noticing that while moving my stop loss to break even secures profit, it does not secure my psychology towards the trade. You know, it's like I'm now approaching trades as get in and try to make it, you know, a risk-free trade right away. And that might not be the best thing to do. Like soon as you enter a trade for you to be looking for it to be risk-free, you know? Trades need a little bit of leeway sometimes to run. Sometimes trades go negative before they go positive. Sometimes they go positive, go negative, then go positive. And I already developed a mentality of leaving the trade, let it play out, let it get from point A to point B, regardless of what it does in between. It will get from point A to point B. The price just does that, you know? So ain't no sense trying to fight it, trying to prevent it from coming down here so before it go to point B while it already move off from point A. Let it do what it gotta do, you know? And that's the type of trading I want to portray. That's the type of trading I want to do. That's the type of trading I want to encourage. And I hope that, you know, someone is able to use me as an example. You know, you don't have to actually risk your funds. You can see whether it works or not based on my results. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it, let it do its thing. I'm gonna come back and check in with y'all in a couple minutes for sure. But yeah, they're looking good they're looking good so far. I haven't journaled a single thing as yet, which is messed up. I wish I could get it sorted. But yeah, today is positive. 2 break even, well, 1 break even trade and holding a trade that is positive currently. So I'm gonna check back in with you in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna start journaling these trades, both the break even and this current trade, and get back to you guys once we get to one of our areas of interest. But I'm gonna check back in with you guys in a couple. Good. So we just hit that area. What am I gonna do? Close this trade, keep it open. Close this trade, keep it. What the heck? Alright, whether I close this trade or keep it open is completely dependent on this candle's close. So I guess it's patience. Even though I'm at my zone, my area where I would like to close the trade, I'm gonna try to be. So we get $70 in profit and we're holding. That would have been some beating on my heart this morning if I was still at that sell. I'm not this morning right now. I know you're asking, I see when I'm doing these things, but alright, hold on. I'll come out of the frame because this camera is so smart. Wait, why do I keep coming around? Nah, whatever, man. So depending on the close of this candle, it's possible that this candle pushes up. It's possible that the next candle comes as a full bearish candle and we start seeing retracement. Mind you, the only reason I'm holding is past experience, being so many times I close after trades like this and the trade just keep pushing up. Actually, that's great. Like saying it out loud is when I realize that it's not me trying to be professional and see if I can hold it, it's greed. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that $73. Bro, the amount of times I cut early trades, if I just, like the last trade that I took before this one, if I held that trade, I would have passed this challenge, like dead serious. But there must come days when, you know, holding the trade can be a downfall. Let me close it over here in personal now too. I start recording my screen and put it up rather than showing you. I know I can't see shit. That's one personal close. This is another personal going to close. I don't know if you can see it. Probably pause. But yeah, that was TP. That was the parameters of that trade. I would say that was a good trade. Satisfied. Will I sell? Will I go in back? Will I do some dumb shit? Nah, I'm cool. I'm good for the day. Tomorrow I'll see opportunities. I know that right where the chart, the price is right now, is a good selling opportunity. Selling opportunity for somebody else, not me. I'm cool. I'm out. Emotionless, I could say. Yeah, I'm glad, not emotionless, right? I'm glad that I won the trade. I was right, but is it to the extent where it like affects my judgment right now? Nah. Like nah. Some could happen right now and I don't care. Like could keep going up, could come back down. The trade complete for me. Yeah, I don't think there's much else that I can say in this video or we can talk about. My analysis is pretty much the same thing as it was from day one. Same trading style, strategy, and everything that I'm using. If you would like to connect with me on Instagram, you could reach out to me at, I think I'm gonna have my name somewhere on the screen, or it'll be in the description as well. You could, send me a message if you want to be added to the chat room with other professional traders, just for like support-based environment. You can hit me up, let me know, and I'll add you to the chat room. Or if you're an absolute beginner and you are looking for a community to learn and grow with, then I can add you to the beginners group where we can all learn and grow together. Because yeah, I know this much, but I'm still learning every day. Everyone in the chat room is still learning. Everyone in the beginners group is still learning. So really and truly, we don't ever stop learning in life. So if I learn already, I'm willing to share. Anyone else that has learned a good set that feels like they would like to share with persons who are interested in learning about Forex, then hey, you're free to join, free to come in and answer some questions if anyone might have it, teach something, give a little tip or so on. And yeah, we just building a community right now. We have 67, no, it's about like 64 members in the chat room, and this thing only started April, by the way, but 60-some members in the chat room, 170 something in the beginners group. That's the one that really picking up, like persons joining there every single day. The chat room, you remember, is professional traders, so I don't just have the link anywhere. Somebody would have to message me, and if you're a professional trader, you get added to the group. There's no test or anything for me to know, so you could lie and say you're a professional trader, but you could watch on as well, but you mightn't understand because it can be confusing as hell. We don't teach in the chat room, and it might take away a little bit from the beauty if someone is in there that needs or that is asking for help, more so, or not help, but someone is in there and they might not be able to follow. They might be asking questions in there, and that's not the place for you know what, fuck it, I'll go. So really glad that both groups are growing, and yeah, just excited to see, well, not really excited, just glad to see Guyanese taking an interest in Forex. Like, it was taboo at one point in Guyana, so to see that many persons invested in it, willing to learn, willing to dedicate the time and everything to gain the skills necessary, that's next level. But that'll be it for this video. I'm not gonna drag it out too much, already probably too long already, but yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. If you haven't already, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Bye, have a great time.